Welcome to the credit card reconciliation with the TransSafe portal. Please go to the TransSafe portal and connect as you will normally do. Once you're connected, depending the time of the day that you are doing the reconciliation, you will either select the open batches if it's before the rollover time or settled batches if it's during the morning. We will select the open batches during this example. Once you're with the open batches, we will go ahead and select the menu. And the best option to select is View Transactions by Credit Card Type, so we can actually see the breakdown on each credit card and the totals. What we will be able to see is all of the credit card transactions that happened during the day, the card that was used, and the totals. And if we were to scroll down, we will be able to see transaction by transaction. This will be particularly helpful if we're trying to discover any discrepancies and fix them. Once we have opened that, we will go ahead and go to our room key, reports, and print our transaction register balance by summary. If it's, of course, before the end of the day, we will be printing current day, but if we were to print the report the day after, we will always be selecting the day before. In our particular example, if we're doing an open batch, we will be selecting today's date. Go ahead and OK. And as you can see, we will get all of the credit cards that happened today and the totals. My recommendation is to either print this report or take a quick screenshot so we can compare against our batch. Okay. So going to the top, we will be able to see that our American Express is currently showing $54.40, which means that currently this amount has a discrepancy, as our TransSafe is showing us $27. The Discover card is showing us $27.20, which is similar to what we have here, so we will go ahead and check this is correct. MasterCard is showing us as well $27.20. That's correct. And lastly, our Visa transaction will show us $261.30, which is accurate as well. As we're able to see, we have a discrepancy within the American Express. Now, there are several ways to look for discrepancies. We will, for that, go back to our room key, close this report, and open the Financial Transaction Register Balance detailed with guest names. Again, select the day that you're doing the audit for, and I will go ahead and scroll to the payments. So right over here, we can see that there are two transactions. We have the checkout transaction for reservation Rossman and also reservation for Tony. They're both similar amount, so our best bet is to actually go to the reservations and try to see which one did not go through the TransSafe portal. I have here reservation for Tony, or we can simply search for the reservation by using our advanced search option and entering first name and last name. Once we're within the reservation, there is a trick to see if the credit card was used. If we were to right-click and select the credit card info, we're going to see that there's no authorization. Another way to see that, we do actually have a report called the Online Processing Credit Card Transactions. If we were to print this report for the day that we're doing the audit and select OK, we will see that for our American Express on Tony Juan's transactions, we don't have the transaction ID and reference number, indicating that this transaction did not go to TransSafe. The way to correct any transaction that has not gone through the TransSafe portal would be simply by right-clicking and reversing. At this point, we will disable the online processing as we don't want to refund the guest. The disable online processing is a permission, so this should be added for all of the night auditors or the people that will be doing the audit. Enter the reason why. So I'm going to say did not go through TransSafe. Select OK. At this point, this transaction was reversed, but the transaction did not go through TransSafe. And at that point, we can go ahead and post the payment. If we have the credit card present, as a best practice, always use the terminal, but if the guest has gone, we can go ahead and we have already the details. Go ahead and post. We will get the approval code and we will get the payment. And at this point, if we were to go to our TransSafe and go back to the open batches and select by transaction by card type, we will now be able to see that our American Express is showing us 5440, similar to what we originally have. And as a confirmation, I will still run the financial transaction register balance by summary for the day in which you're doing the reconciliation and ensure that the amount was correctly. So 5440, similar to what we have here for the American Express. And that will conclude on how to check on the reconciliation and fix any discrepancies that you might have had. Thank you.